Well, thank you for watching CDTN's live streaming, and today we're in Tianjin at the 5th Helicopter Expo here. And today it is going to be an air show today in a few minutes. And well, behind me you can see that these are mostly China domestically developed helicopters. And over there, far over there, that is military models, and here it is general aviation models. And in a short Army Aviation will provide an air show for audience today, and you can see there are a lot of people here today. And well, I will give you first a few introductions about the military modules of the helicopters. And the star of today is the Z20. It is the new generation of utility helicopter developed by China. And it is also one of the latest modules that has just participated in the national parade last week. Well, you can see, the first helicopter show up today will be civilian helicopters. And now, if the helicopters is starting up, waiting to take off. Well, the PLA's Aviation acrobatic team will have various types of helicopters, including Z10. It is the most widely used attack helicopter by Chinese Army Aviation. Well, it is also China's first modern attack helicopter today, with aero fusage and also stepped tandem cockpits. It is also known as the Fury Thunderbolt. Also, this air show, the most performances of today's air show will be done by this type of new helicopter. And also, it is the Z10, also known as the Fury Thunderbolt, is also equipped with anti-air-to-air missiles and anti-tank missiles. And also, there's another type called Z19. Well, it is a light scout and observation helicopter, and you will see very soon. And then it's the Z20, and there are 3 Z20s showed up today. It is a medium lift utility helicopter with domestically developed turboshaft engines, the WZ10, and also it has a payload of 10 tons, can operate in plateau areas. Well, I believe, at first we will see a emergency rescue operation today. And we're now moving to our position where you could see, you have a good look of this practice. It is very crowded today, you can see. I've seen a lot of professional audiences and also local people, including students from elementary schools, a lot of students here today. And you can see a lot of people showed up here. Many are from Tianjin. You know, Tianjin is a major helicopter production base here in China. Yeah, I believe that's our position. You can see it's taken by a lot of cameramen, and also people are holding cameras over there. Okay, I'm letting my cameraman to get into the position. Yeah, very crowded. Well, today you're also going to see a few of China's domestically developed helicopters, including the AC313, AC312 and the 312e. Those are all transport helicopters developed by China. And also, there's going to be an emergency rescue exercise program. It is organized by Aviation, AVIC. See, well, we're seeing a helicopter belongs to the state grid. It's a red helicopter. I believe the first operation would be, yes, organized by state grid. Okay, so the first one is a simulation of the repair and maintenance of state grid. You can see that it is a red helicopter, which belongs to, I believe it's Bell. Yeah, this is a helicopter belongs to the state grid. You can see there's a people. There's a people hanging down from the helicopter. Well, it's a simulation of the repair and the maintenance. Major power transport projects. So there's a for maintenance power line area. It's very difficult to reach. Its efforts in the protection. Well, what you're seeing now is the AC313. It is now an emergency rescue exercise organized by Aviation. The helicopter is hovering about 10 meters, less than 10 meters above ground. Well, a new helicopter is coming. This is the AC312, I believe. It is carrying new modifications. I think it is also another one. It is this AC312e, a new model as well. Well, these three models are all developed by Aviation. I think now it is. Oh, well, we have a fourth one here. Wow, this is new. It is a police helicopter. I believe belongs to Tianjin Police. I think 4 helicopters. Yeah, all hovering less than 10 meters above ground. I think it is all a. Yes, they are paying their. They are greeting the audience, I believe. It is going to be an emergency rescue exercise today. It is an integrated emergency rescue drill, and with a simulation of an earthquake. If you take a closer look on the field, you can see that there are a few containers on the right of the field, and it is a simulation of earthquake with some secondary disasters and a fire broke out in a factory with people trapped. So the emergency administration has called the helicopters to recon and also to evacuate those trapped personnel. And also there's some people trapped on roof as well. So the Well, I think we have some signal issues, so now we're back online. What you're seeing is a police helicopter, and you know that China has a increasing need for helicopters in public security and also in public transport and also in medical care, also the tenants of power lines and the search and rescue missions. And what you're seeing now, which is hovering above us, is a light police helicopter, which is believed it belongs to Tianjin police, I think. Oh. The helicopter is ring. It's the siren. Is the helicopter is traveling in an S line, broadcasting siren. Well, it is still a rare thing in China to see police helicopters, especially with many of them are still unable to fly freely. So there's still a huge market here in China in public security areas, and many manufacturers and also competing and also waiting for China for the market to open. China has a really huge need because currently China has a 20% annual increase of its general aviation market, the need of helicopters. And what you're seeing is CGTN's live streaming in Tianjin's Helicopter Expo, the 5th Helicopter Expo here. It is one of the largest air show and also exhibition of helicopters in China, and will be held every 2 years. And today, this year is the 5th air show. Okay, far away we are seeing that a new helicopter is coming, and I believe it belongs to the PLA Army, I think. Yeah, it is approaching. It is approaching. One in the front is the AC313. It's a heavy transport helicopter. Okay. And one on the left, yeah, is the AC. What's going up is AC313. Is the also the AC311's mission is to help the command center to access the disaster situation to mobilize rescue forces. Yeah. The one hovering right now, this is the AC311. It is a light helicopter which main mission will be recon, search and rescue. It can also be equipped with video video cameras and also carry personnel to search and recon in the disaster areas. Helicopter could travel the maximum is 7 kilometers or above, and it can carry over 1 ton of load. This is could be modified in various ways to satisfy different needs, such as emergency rescue missions and also medical care missions, and also for business use as well. Now the helicopter is doing maneuvers above. This helicopter is designed and made by the Aviation of Hefei Industry Group. What you're seeing now is a used helicopter, the AC311, developed by Aviation Corporation of China, called Aviation, and it's doing a maneuver here, and it's auto and 20. Also Z19. Thunder acrobat. The A3 large transport helicopter, also developed by Aviation Hefei. The helicopter is and also to the disaster. The helicopter is coming. Oh, it carries a water tank for firefighting missions. tanks, and the water tank could hold 4 tons of water in times. What you just seen is that another thing. This is the AC313 helicopter with modifications. With modifications. All right, this is a modification of anti-epidemic agents. Well, it is spraying the anti-epidemic agents in disaster areas. This is loaded with the proper equipment and also spraying coloring solvents to low altitude. Merely developed helicopter, and what you're seeing today represents some of the best civilian domestically developed helicopters in China, and most of them are developed by Aviation. It has 2 major research institutions, one in Harbin in North China and another in Jingdezhen of Jiangxi province. It is in southern China. And what you're seeing now is a modification of AC312e. It is could be used in agriculture and also in disaster relief. Well, I think it has just completed its performance. And also there's one right now hovering above, and that's a small helicopter. Its mission is to all the performance today. It is equipped with cameras that transfer the video feed around, also back to headquarters, so that the headquarters could arrange other helicopters. They could see disaster, also see the disaster hidden areas in real time. Okay, we have a light helicopter now. It is a very small helicopter with, I believe, only 1 or maximum 2 pilots. Well, helicopter to 6. Oh, yeah, it's a very light performance. This is a G. Well, the helicopter has traveled about 250 out. and company, especially civil companies. It is spiraling down. Now the helicopter is at altitude about 300 meters. It's a little bit cloudy today, but the air is clear, so you could have a good look about of these helicopters. It is low. It's spinning down. It is spinning down very fast. Okay, the G2's performance has completed. Now let's see what we have here today. Well, this is a very difficult maneuver for helicopters and also for pilots, because it has pointing its nose at a central, at one fixed point. You see, it is flying backwards with its tail pointing at one fixed point. Now it is very difficult maneuver for pilots. Still a great need for helicopter pilots as well here in China. well, this is another pendulum swing with its nose point. Square. Yeah. Oh.
我这就没有声音，我监听上都没声音，他那北京那边肯定没有。他离我远，声音在那边没用，根本收不到。
There's still a huge gap, and as well as the helicopters as well, because while the manufacturer capacity China is at 20% annually in the past 3 years. Now the helicopter is spinning up. And it's done. It is a S maneuver as well. And it is not far away from that was built in China. And so far, the Avic had its headquarters here. Plans of Airbus, Samsung, we now have a new one here. Well, we're having more civilian helicopters today. This is a pendulum swing. This is a helicopter belongs to the company in Tianjin. Many private companies are joining the general aviation sectors and buying helicopter and all train pilots. They're mainly in transportation or training and maintenance. Also, they're working with the world's major helicopter manufacturers, for example, such as the Airbus helicopter and Bell and Sikorsky, to develop to build a service network in China. Like I said, China is still at its early stage of its general aviation service. Many of helicopters have only limited bases with limited ability to repair and also maintenance. And China also working, State Grid is working with companies such as helicopters, Canadian companies, to build a network of maintenance and also a network for repair and transportation of helicopters in the future. Well, we see the most here. It is the team is approaching here. The amazing well, there are helicopters here. The Army's most advanced model, the Z-20 at the front. It is the most widely used attack helicopter in the. We have 4 in the front, Z-10 and the Z-9, 4 Z-9. Recon and represents. Today's most is that hitting. All right, these 2 Z-90 is light scout and observation helicopters. It can operate under various weather conditions, also at night. And it also has an exporting type. It is Z-19E, the exporting version. And now these two Z-19 is hovering about 10 meters above ground. And they're greeting the audiences. Well, this helicopter is also known as the Black Whirlwind. It made its first flight in 2017. It's turning right, turning left, and then turning right, greeting the audience. Now spinning. You see the movement of the helicopters is the pilots driving these helicopters are the best from the PLA Army Aviation. It has 2 pilots, a stepped cockpit, with the one at the front as the gunner, weapon, managing weapon, and the one at the behind flying the helicopter. this helicopter could equipped with light arm, including air-to-air missiles and anti-tank missiles. You could hear the definite sound of it. Oh, so now this. Oh, you can see the wind that blow the grass up in the air. Now we're seeing a double. This is something new here. We have watched the helicopter about less than 5 ground. It's spinning with its neck pointing at it, with it pointing at each other. Well, this requires. I don't know how they did that, but performance. This is not every day, especially as this plus. First modern Now we have another 2 helicopters approaching, and this is the most widely used PLA Army Aviation, the Z10. Well, the Z10 is the China's first modern attack helicopter. It is firstly brought into the project started in the 1990s. Well, you can see how long it took China to develop its model, and it is also the most widely used attack helicopter by the PLA Army Aviation now. Yeah, it is. It is drawing in hard in the air with another one drive through the heart like an arrow. Yeah, we're now having 3 Z10 in the air. Yeah, we're having one is coming back for a performance for one single helicopter is spinning back for performances, and it is said that it has 16 steps, 16 performances and maneuvers here today. This helicopter is known as the Furious Thunderbolt. It has a narrow body, you can see, and also a narrow fuselage, and stepped tandem cockpit with 2 pilots, one to manage the weapons and the other one is the pilot. And now it is hovering and nodding to the audience, to greeting the audience. It is nodding now. Now you can see that it didn't carry any weapons here today because mainly for performance, so I think it has low all its weapons. This helicopter is China's major force of PLA Aviation. It can equip with short-range air-to-air missiles and also anti-tank missiles. And pilots could guide those missiles wearing helmets. And there's also this operate. It also has unoperated rocket mounts and also anti-tank missiles. This helicopter is also equipped with a turbo shaft engines developed by China, the WZ-10. Now it's spinning back. Oh, it is traveling in S. Well, the helicopter just fly above, so you could hear that I'm holding now. Now it is a pendulum swing, I think. Yeah. It's very close, traveling very close to the ground. Very typical maneuver helicopters. The spin with its nose pointing at location at the ground. It's going to fly backwards. Another pendulum swing. Yeah, it is going to climb. Also now reach the tip and then turn back. Another backward flying. Now I turn. The helicopter is equipped with two Flying well spin. This is something I haven't seen before. This environment in battlefield. It's a very convenient way. Used in battle as environment. And also need to at a time. Now the helicopter is climbing to about 100 meters above and still climbing. Oh, it's diving now. Going to dive. It's going to dive. Almost a 90-degree dive. Well, I've shot some again. You know, the disruptor ammo is normally used when the helicopter is being chased by some real dangerous missiles in the battlefield. So normally this is not a good sign, but today we're seeing it like fireworks, and it's hovering about 100 meters down and shooting disruptor ammos. Start diving again. You can see almost 90 degrees, 70 to 80 degrees. in Tianjin. And we'll be answering these questions for you. What you're seeing is major models of helicopters, attack helicopters that China use. This helicopter belongs to the PLA Army Aviation, the Thunder Aerobatic team, which has just participated the national parade last week. And this is most widely used helicopter. Now, the helicopter, the C-10 helicopter has two, one pilot driving the helicopter, and the other one is maintaining the weapons and also. Well, now is again ready for another. Nice performance. And we have some another group of helicopters approaching, and at the front there are 3 helicopters. This it is the Z-20, the latest model of China's medium-lift utility helicopter, which made its debut only a week ago in the National Day Parade. And it's approaching. 3 Z-20s is approaching now. Well, this helicopter is equipped with 2 turbo shaft engine, the WZ-10. This engine is developed by China as well, and it has a payload capacity of nearly 10 tons, and which could allow it to operating in plateau areas. Yes, this is the one. This helicopter represents the most advanced technology so far that China has. And we're seeing now another 2 is approaching. This is the 19. The 19 is a Scout and the Scout light helicopter. It's one and another while spinning. In a spiral way. All right, we have another 4 approaching. I believe it's the Z-10. It is going to be a. These are 4 Z-10. They're going to spread away up in the air like a flower. Yeah, wait and see. Let's wait and see. They're climbing and shotting disruptor ammo. The 4 go different, separate directions, just like a flower. All right, so this is the end of our today's air show. Yeah, this is the end. That will be all for today's air show. And thanks for watching Citizen's live streaming. And we will bring you more stories and also more videos tomorrow about more helicopters inside the exhibition, including some major helicopters from Airbus and also Bell and also from the Avic. Thank you for